Welcome everybody back to Barrels and Roots. We have a very wild, wonky, and weird episode for you today, but I have two awesome people who can make it more more awesome because I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's kind of what we've established here. Can you introduce yourselves, David and Lynn?
Right, sure.
Lynn,
All right.
ladies first.
Hi,
Floor is yours.
Lynn Finkbiner. I'm a certified sommelier through the Court of Master Sommeliers. I just got a brand new job. I'm going to be moving to Palm Beach next month, and I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be joining the sommelier team at the Breakers Resort. So yeah, that's what I have going on right now. How about you, David?
I'm a man of many talents. I've been on this podcast a couple times with Sean. I absolutely love it. I am a WSET advanced. I have been for probably about 15 years. Not to date myself, but I think the gray in my beard kind of does that for me. I've launched a handful of wineries up here in Napa Valley, coming to you live and direct. But before this, I tell people I'm a recovering restaurateur. So I used to like launch and scale restaurants. The best I ever did, I had the Wine Spectator Award of Excellence for like 8 years running and 2 James Beard nominations for putting together wine lists. And, um, you know, it's, doesn't suck. It's a
Oh,
good
that's
time.
amazing.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah, it's fun. It is fun.
but here's the format for today. I will pull a name out of a hat of a celebrity that we all know or hardly know, and then we will have to see what wine that person might be. Our first person up is someone who is well known by everyone or not. And I want to pull this celebrity and drop it for you guys like it's hot because this person's name is everywhere right now. And every movie that you might turn on, this gentleman has been getting cast, and he is all over the place. His name is Pedro Pascal. Who or
Mm.
what wine might Pedro Pascal be? Who would like to go first?
Well, I have a good one for this one.
Oh man, Lynn, I gotta go ladies first. That's a tough one
I
for
don't know.
me.
I thought this one is actually one of the easier ones. So Pedro Pascal is Chilean, and also
Oh,
just
oh, well played.
personally, I find him very hot. So I said that
Mm.
he's a nice, high alcohol, spicy red from Chile. So I gave him like a Chilean Cabernet.
Chilean
Yeah, so
Cabernet. It makes
yeah,
sense
yeah,
to
because
me.
like the pyrazines in like a Cabernet from Chile, like, kinda comes through as more of like a jalapeno. So that's why I kinda gave him like that
Mm,
hot, spicy, like, Chilean Cabernet. So that's yeah, I thought Pedro Pascal was a good one. Yeah.
I like it.
I like that Chilean Cabernet too, like a little softer
Oh,
too, like not your big like Napa, over the top, overripe
sure.
style, like a little
Yeah.
sexier and a little of that spiciness. I like
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
What about you, David? What are you thinking?
That's fun. God, man. The fact that he's Chilean, um, I don't, I'm so bad with celebrities, but I'd have to put him as
I love that.
Carmenier, like I think yeah, it's something so classically Chilean, and really just fits. But I find that Carmenere is like a little sexier, it can be like Pinot Noir adjacent. And I'm one of those guys, as I've said in other podcasts, where I sell Napa Cab to afford my Burgundy habit. So if I can go for something that has like a little more elegance, a little more finesse, I could see that. I could see that kind of fitting in a little more. Um, originally a Bordeaux grade, but kind of relocated, just kind of fun and
Oh,
playful.
sure. No, I love that. That's good call.
I like Chilean Cab too, like, hey, that I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it seems to me like one of the things that I think is interesting about Pedro Pascal is like he's got this like there's also this ambiguity. And so I don't know if that paid into it because like, they got all the pictures recently of him and his friend. And I was just like, okay, I was wondering if it was going to play into that. But, it's interesting that he's everywhere. So I don't know. That was something that I was thinking of. What wine is everywhere right now and in your face and kind of a little popular? But let's keep going because I think that there are plenty other people that can confuse the hell out of us, or I mean, at least make us feel motivated to play with this. Now, this next person, God, I'm going in a dangerous direction with the next one.
I don't know.
This next one
Dude, you're
is,
trouble, man. You're
is
trouble.
I don't know if I'd say it's aging well or if it ages well. But this next one is something that has been around for a long time. Person has been around for a long time. But it has a certain special. I would say it's aging pretty well. However, it does tend to pair with things that are younger and fresher. Leonardo DiCaprio.
I knew where you were going with that.
Oh God.
I love that. Yes, he does. He pairs very well with young and fresh. Great.
Young and fresh, under 25 only, I guess, right?
Yes.
You,
So for Leo,
I'm not going to touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
I mean, we
Oh
all have
man,
our
you guys are
tastes.
trouble.
That's fine.
Right? We too.
So
Yeah.
so with this one, I actually went like kind of specific. So like from what I know about like Leo is he not apart from his love for the younger ladies, is he is also really really big into environmentalism. So
Yes.
the Champagne Telmont is also known for its its environmental, oh, what's the word I'm trying to say? It's there you go.
Sustainability.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, best environmental practices. So that one I specifically actually chose the 2014 Blanc de Noir. It's described as subtle and seductive, which I think is very Leo, and also
Ooh.
versatile. And it's best of the best, and it's a champagne. Leonardo DiCaprio is just a an incredible actor, and yeah, so I thought that was a really great pick for him. What do you think, David?
Oh man, I really
Oh
like that,
no.
Lynn. I would have to call him, like, I was gonna go right to champagne because like young and playful, I was gonna call him like a younger vintage Blanc de
Okay.
Blanc, especially because his whole like doesn't date anyone over
Sure.
25 type of thing going on. Maybe he's more of like a non-vintage champagne, so it seems like he stays fresh
Okay.
forever. He doesn't have a vintage on him. But yeah, I think Blanc de Blanc because it's a little more crispy. Doesn't have the richness of a Blanc de Noir, but Lynn, God, I love this call. Like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I had fun with that one.
That's kind of a fun one.
Yeah, he's great.
This
Yeah.
next one, this next one
Oh,
is interesting
man.
because this is one of my favorites. Of all of these people on this list, I hands down love this next person. And for many different reasons. She is epic, she is timeless, and she's got the energy. She's small, but she's got the spirit of like a grizzly bear. And she's just forever timeless, and she does really cool activism. Her hometown of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee was incredibly poor, and so she put in all of these cool things, including an amusement park to bring up the community. But she is sexy, beautiful, and has that southern charm that there is hard to match. Dolly Parton is our next one up. Who would be Dolly Parton be?
Okay. Perfect. So, Dolly Parton's All-American Woman, right?
Yep.
And Southern, as you said. So I wanted to pick a wine that that expresses itself very well in the States and also pairs well with some nice Southern barbecue. So I went Zinfandel for Dolly Parton.
Ooh, I
Ooh.
didn't think about a Zinfandel for Dolly, but I like it in a weird way. Good.
Yeah, like, 'cause that's just, like, where I went. It was just, like, like, I wanted something, like, American and just, like, thinking of, like, something like Tennessee, that's where she's from, so, yeah,
Right?
I thought Zinfandel and, like, she is. She's just, like, kind of like this force and yeah.
I love it. What
You
do you
guys
got,
think?
I
David?
Do you
love
disagree?
that. And Zinfandel with like Southern barbecue, like
Oh,
Mhm.
dude.
that's a pretty epic one. She's a little spicy, and pairs well with long smoked meats. They're very, very southern. You know,
Though I'm
I
gonna throw one
immediately
thing
was
out there. I'm gonna throw one thing out there. If you go,
uh-oh.
the best thing at Dolly Parton's amusement park, hands down, is their, oh dude, I had the name. Um, what is that type of, oh dude, they got this big vat of oil, and they put like the donut sauce on top, and the
Oh yeah.
what is that called?
Funnel cakes?
Funnel
But
cakes. The
yes,
funnel cakes at
nailed it.
Dollywood are so good. Funnel cakes at Dollywood are so good, man. So that's the best thing at Dollywood.
I
The
love a good funnel
giant
cake.
sugary. I'm just like, yeah, the sugar rush afterwards. Mom,
I'm gonna get the diabetes.
yeah, right,
Yes.
100%. All right. Who are you thinking? What are you thinking,
Well,
David?
I've got like two different directions. When you first said Dolly Parton, and I think that like people in the comments might just absolutely eviscerate me for this one, but I, think Dolly Parton, like big, voluptuous. I was gonna say like Rombauer Chardonnay, just like
Ooh,
big,
nice.
buttery, over the top. Like just, but it doesn't have much to do with the South. The other direction I would go is like not to go like the champagne route again, but like I think that like if she was like a Grand Cru like rosé champagne, it's like her like expensive to look this cheap kind of like persona, like that could kind of fit too. But I don't know. So I'm split between like over the top, over oaked, over buttery Chardonnay because it kind of fits her demographic too. But like the like flirty pink champagne that I don't know. I'm somewhere in the middle of those two. I think either of them could fit, and there's a good argument for both of them.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but
I have no idea.
just
I,
just being just being
I would
wild
say
with it,
I would say
Yeah.
Dolly Parton's awesome, and I'm gonna probably have a glass of each of them and toast to Dolly and her longevity, man. I hope she keeps going because Dolly Parton's probably one of the coolest people. God, don't take Dolly from us. That's all I'm saying right now. We
Yeah.
need
please, especially right now.
we need more Dolly Parton in the world. All right, I'm gonna throw you
Indeed we do.
guys a wrench, throw you guys something difficult out of left field. This one is an interesting one and very much in the public persona, in the public zeitgeist right now. Everyone's talked about this person because of the recent Super Bowl appearance. We are pulling out Bad Bunny, no stops. Where does Bad Bunny fit into our overall things? Lynn, what are you thinking for Bad Bunny?
I don't know. I honestly struggled a little with Bad Bunny, but so just off the cuff here, like Bad Bunny is. I mean, he is also everywhere right now, right? And
Yeah.
that Super Bowl performance was awesome. So, and it was all about like bringing people together from different parts of the world. So, I don't know, like what's like a big, like a nice, cool crowd pleaser, but also, something that's good for like for warm days. So let's say like, oh goodness, I'm really struggling. Oh,
I
you
have
know
no
what?
idea.
I'm drinking like a nice Torontes right now. So let's call him Torontes.
There you go.
I think
That
that fits.
works.
I think that fits. It's a nice, yeah, this is a nice
That
crowd pleaser. Yeah.
that's all. I could totally see that. And it goes well with things that are really spicy.
It does
Good,
indeed.
plays
Yes.
nicely. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I was thinking, I'm in Napa, and we've got like super super hipster Oakland. Um, I would almost call Bad Bunny like a skin contact like hipster orange wine. And you got to hear me out for a minute. And let's think like Grenache Blanc with skin contact, like something that's like funky, brassy, like just unfiltered, absolute rule breaker, something that's just like maybe a little cloudy, maybe a little sediment to it, like just not your normal like run of the mill wine. And so like Grenache Blanc, but skin contact, like brassy orange. Got to throw that out there for all the hipster homies, and try to grab that crowd. I think that one could work because like rule breaker, unfiltered, kind of funky and strange. And if you love it, you love it. And if you don't like it, or maybe you just don't even know about it, maybe I think that kind of fits Bad Bunny. I love Bad Bunny. Don't get me wrong, but just to like pull one like right out of left field, I
I
think
love
that could work.
I love it. And well, one of
No,
the things
I
too
think
with
that's spot on.
right? And one of the things with Bad Bunny too is
Maybe
like,
like carbonic a little bit or something,
ooh,
like get weird with it.
yeah. Next one up, I can't even know what was the thing that he used to do in his movies. Or something. I don't know. He would make that weird noise, and like, he's been everything. He was Scarface. He has been in The Godfather. He has been everywhere. He's a method actor, so he becomes anything. He's Italian American. He played probably one of the greatest mob bosses that ever lived, Al frickin' Pacino.
So, I
Oh man,
actually, like, kinda clumped Al Pacino and, Robert De
De
Niro
Niro?
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because, like, there's, like, they kind of have that similar, mob
So much so.
boss the
Yep.
background. So I picked them both as Amarone or Vinsanto, just something that is,
oh,
the pasito that yeah, they have passamento method and, also just very, very ageable, like both of those guys that, we've been watching them forever and hopefully we still have more to come from them.
What do you think,
I
David?
like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna go into the Italian camp too. I was gonna go more like along the lines of like vintage Barolo, but Barolo that's not
Mm.
like too old, maybe like Barolo that's got like 10 or 15 years of age on it. Cause we got that like really classic Italian soil to it, but it's like the Italian heritage, the Italian soil, and like that's what I go to. Like I love like some good Barolo. Um, but, like, the tannic intensity of it, I think, like, kinda fits that, like, Corleone kind of
Mm.
phase where it's just a little bit aggressive. Sometimes if it's too youthful, it's, like, really aggressive. But then as it gets a little older, it starts to just kinda soften up a little bit, but you can tell that, like, when you meet an older Barolo that when it was young, this thing was a beast, but it's starting to just kind of not be as aggressive as it was in its youth, you know? I'd call it Barbaresco, but to me, like Barbaresco is like a gorilla in a pink tutu. And if I call Al Pacino a gorilla in a pink tutu, there's going to be someone knocking on my door. So I kind of
Yeah, there
have
are
to
consequences
go
for that.
like more classic Barolo and give them that compliment, I think. Um, but yeah, that's a tough one. I was originally going to go more like Antinori family, big like almost feeling like mafia boss kind of thing. Um, but I think Barolo's the way to go, you know? It's gonna pull your teeth out of your gums, whether you did something right or you did something wrong, Like, it's just a beast, you know?
Oh, I
Well,
love
well,
that. No,
that's
that's
a
great.
good segue right there with the word beast. We are moving
Uh-oh.
into Mr. Beast right now. If Mr. Beast was a wine, what wine would Mr. Beast be? Len, you're up
Oh,
first.
man.
So this is another one that I kinda went, like, specific with it. So I said Mr. Beast was Screaming Eagle. Just 'cause Screaming Eagle
Oh,
is like, when you think of that, you think, like, big money, right? And, like, that's what you think of with Mr. Beast. Another thing that they have in common is they're both very, philanthropic. So there's, Screaming Eagle has their foundation, and, then there's also the Beast Philanthropy. So I thought that was a really good one for him.
David,
I
what do you
like
think?
that. I like that a lot. I think that's
Yeah.
cool. Um, well, I have a 6.5-year-old son. He loves some Mr. Beast, and so I know a lot about Jimmy. The one thing that a lot of people don't recognize is that Jimmy is completely sober, does not
I
drink at all.
didn't
And
know that.
and so yeah, I would have to give him God, I hate doing this, but like one of those super modern, like no proof alcohols, one of those like,
Okay.
jam sellers like butter zero or something. because the guy doesn't drink. But then I agree with Lynn, like his personality feels like
Big.
Screaming Eagle or like Harlan Estate, because it's just like money everywhere for
Oh.
no real good reason. It's why are you so expensive, bro? Why are you so expensive? No one knows why you're so expensive, but there's just money everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Like,
It's everywhere all the time.
So I totally agree with Lynn on that one, but I do like to, throw that head nod to like, the whole sober, curious generation. And, I think that adds some relativity here. If Mr. Beast is sober, he's going to be drinking non-alcoholic wine. So maybe, you are what you eat. I'm burrito shaped. It tracks. So, like, so if you're a non-alcoholic guy, like you're gonna probably be like a non-alcoholic wine. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Too cheeky? I don't know, but I think that one works.
I think that's probably one of the best lines I've ever had on any podcast is "You are what you eat," and I'm burrito shaped. That was genius right there. Oh man. Well.
Oh man, you know me, Shauna. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. I'm really glad you have a good editing team.
Yeah.
The editing real good.
The editing team's going to hate me on
shit.
this one. With me popping in and out, the editing team is going to be like, he's going to turn to me in the middle of editing and be like, Mr. Sean, I just hate you right now. I'm like, I love you too, man. All right. I want to throw a wrench your way. I've been doing that the whole time. But this person is well known, has transformed the way she looks very dramatically over the past couple of years, but started out and has always been underneath the cosmetic change, underneath has always been a powerhouse diva of the rarest type. And we are speaking about, hello, can you hear me? Adele.
Excellent. Oh,
Oh
I
my
love
God.
that. Yeah, I didn't know where we were going with that one.
Right?
So
I was waiting for it.
I think Adele is Merceau. Merceau for me is it's a very rich and like it comes through like those rich buttery notes, and Adele's voice I feel is just like butter. So with all of the elegance and I think Merceau's also it falls under that powerhouse kind of category. So yeah, I'm gonna go Merceau for Adele.
Oh man.
Nice big rich
Well,
name.
I like that. I already used Chardonnay for Dolly because it was voluptuous. So I need to find something else. My wife loves Adele. So I know that Adele loves like a white wine spritzer, but to me, like she's not a white wine spritzer. I would look at her more as like Chateauneuf du Pape, like Beaucastel or something like that, because there's this like big richness to her. It can be like a little smoky and velvety, and I think and a Rhone blend like that, when you're talking about being able to use so many different varietals, like you can really like paint this picture of Adele with like Chateauneuf du Pape, like I think that it's kind of really, really pretty. It's a prestigious red. And to me, like Chateauneuf is like one of my favorite things to drink. It's like my hedonistic feasting wine, and when I look at Adele, I think that like if we were going to hang out, we would have a big hedonistic feast, and so I think that like, I think that tracks a little bit, like maybe like Syrah co-fermented with Viognier or something, if I had to like get real specific, but I think Chateauneuf is what was that?
Cote rôtie?
Cote rôtie,
Isn't
yeah.
that typically like yeah, isn't that like Syrah and Viognier?
Yeah, exactly.
spilled.
Yeah.
I love that.
She's one of
Yeah.
the Lalas, to play with my geeky Somm friends out there, Which Lala is she? Let's see it. Which Lala do you think she might be if she's Cote rôtie? Sean's looking at us both like we're absolutely crazy, Lynn. I love this.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just popped out and I was just like, I'm trying to get, the internet's been awful here and I'm trying to figure out where I'm at in the conversation, but I'm happy to to listen and to go, yes, this is over my pay grade, but I'm having fun right now.
Cry your heart out tannins to it, maybe.
Oh.
Oh.
There we go.
No, I love that. Yeah, it does. Yeah, she's
All right,
great.
I'm gonna get you guys into a place that you guys are gonna hate me right now. But if we're talking
Jesus.
big and bold, it probably about as big and bold as you can get on this whole list. This one is in your face, though the fans have loved this person for a long time, and they've got a great rapport with the people. He'll always, after he's finished filming for a day, he'll open up his truck, roll down the windows, and say, "What's up, everyone?" You know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson started in the WWE, has transformed into an absolute mega movie star. But he also does a lot of kids content too. I don't know, we're not whine for kids, but he's very versatile. Who do you think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would be?
Oh man. I gotta think about that one for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I need a minute on that one.
Lynn, you want me to tackle that one first?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I've joked with Sean on previous podcasts where, my favorite wine is tequila. Dwayne might be tequila. But if he wasn't tequila, because it's not wine, I think I haven't used Cabernet yet. Dwayne Johnson would be like a double magnum, like a 3-liter of just Del Dotto Cabernet Sauvignon, just over extracted, big, muscular, laden with wood, just over the top kind of style to him, but at the same time, still kind of soft and plush and might be a little sweet. I'm not trying to throw stones at Dave Del Dotto, but his wines have a little residual sugar. So just big shouldered Napa cab, but it's gotta be in a double magnum or a Methuselah or a Jeroboam or something to be The Rock. It's just, that's how you got to be, man. And then he's gonna swing the bottle at people when it's empty.
He will. He most definitely will.
Just saying.
Yeah, no, I love all that. Yeah, that sounds great. Or even just with his name, The Rock, just anything that comes from a nice rocky soil, right? So I was sort of thinking gravel, maybe something, left bank of Bordeaux. I have so how about let's give him Son of Steph. I think Son of Steph's good for him, from my perspective. Yeah, because it's big and bold. I think that's something that if people are getting into Bordeaux, that's a good one to meet for sure.
I like it. I think that if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson heard this and heard that we compared him to a Frenchman, he might be a little pissed off. I'm just saying. But I like it. I like the Santa Steph call. I think that's I think that's cool. I think that's fun. Really super crunchy, rocky soils. He's the Rock, man.
Yeah. Just trying to bring in the name a little bit that way.
That's awesome.
Well, we're gonna slide into another person category, but yet this person, we need to tone it down a little bit. We're too happy right now. This person,
hey man, what's wrong with being happy?
And this music doesn't really resonate with that. Pretty much every music video is going to have a little bit of sadness and a little bit more of an emo character because she's a bad guy. Billie Eilish. I don't know. I was losing myself on that one. That was a horrible introduction. Billie Eilish. Where does Billie Eilish fit in all of this? Because, she's got such a songs everything it's amazing music. You can listen to it. You're like, dude, the beat on this is savage. It's you can't stop listening to it, but yet, it's not that let's feel good and happy music. I mean, Billie's got that teen angst that has grown into adulthood, vibe going on. So where are you sitting with Billie Eilish?
Man.
So Billie, I'm thinking she is. Here, let me. So, her voice is like more of like a soft and elegant voice. Like, yes, her music is also just very versatile, and I gave her Pomerol. 'Cause it's
Ooh.
something that you can enjoy now, but I also think that her career is
Yep.
going to last decades. So it's something like, you can like I said, you can enjoy now, but it's also going to be great if you, get to it in 15, 20 years, 'cause I think she's gonna be around for a while.
Uh,
I love Billie
yeah,
Eilish.
I love Billie Eilish
Yeah.
too. All right, David, where are you going?
Oh, man. Well, I love what Lynn said, like, this whole, like, be around forever thing. I was originally called Billie Eilish, like, pet nat as I look at, like, her and her crowd of people, something that's, like, a little fun and funky, but, like, can be a little strange. Maybe even, like, if you were doing, like, where am I going with skin ferment stuff? It's my second skin ferment thing, but like some soft skin ferment, like Sauvignon Blanc, Pet Nat, like something just like fun and funky, and like she's a little weird, but you gotta love her because she's so weird,
Yeah.
But at the same time, Pet Nat, it has no shelf life. It's kind of a drink me now type of thing. So I guess I
Mhm.
like what Lynn was saying more than my suggestion, but um I don't know.
No,
I
I think
still
Pet Nat fits though too, like, especially, like, her style and everything.
Right?
yeah, just kinda like a little more funky and strange, like, but in a great way, like there's some awesome pet nuts out there, but like, I don't know. I just I for that for some reason as you were dialing it out, Sean, that one kind of resonated with me, and so, you know.
I got one for you guys now that has like this is going to be an interesting one, and it's going to have a hell of a setup. So this one, when they were younger, was fresh, powerful, manly, about as manly as you could get. Old West vibe, but has aged into this increasing level of tough bitterness. We are talking about the one, the only, the Americana of Clint Eastwood.
Oh, Jesus. Um,
So this one I thought was, like, pretty easy actually. I I gave him, Stag's Leap Wine Cellars Cabernet Sauvignon. Because again, just, like, another all-American,
Yeah.
world known, just big and rustic, and manly. Like, that's what I feel like it's like when working in a dining room, like, when you have this group of men, that's what they want. They want, like, this big, bold American Cabernet, and, Stag's Leap Wine Cellars is, like, one of those, like, impressive labels, and I think Clint Eastwood's Stag's Leap Wine Cellars Cabernet Sauvignon.
Ooh.
And award-winning too.
that's epic. Yeah, Judgment in Paris, baby. Let's
Epic,
go.
yes.
Yeah, let's go. I love that, and so specific. Stag's Leap. Wow, nice, great call. I was sitting here pondering as you threw it out there, Sean, and I have to say, I know Lynn had used Zin before, but I think Clint Eastwood is like Napa Valley, high elevation, old vine Zinfandel. And especially if you could find something made by like a pre-prohibition like ghost winery, but like it's gonna be boozy and high octane, and like have a little more of that like Leatherface kind of mouth feel to it, and just over the top, like I just think like the old vine longevity with something like Clint Eastwood and the way that he has been able to like continue to evolve. He is like the old guard. And then like hear me out here. You think of like a spaghetti western. What am I gonna have with spaghetti? Probably some old vines in. So
Nice.
gotta play with that one a little bit. I think the old
Stretch, but
vines
it
in.
works.
Oh man, I know it was kind of a stretch, and I'm trying to be cheeky, but like not be too cheeky.
That's awesome.
I think that old vines in like is the way, man.
I like
That's
it.
my opinion, because
I
that's like
love it.
classic California. Even though Zinfandel is Primitivo is Kajelznik Kastelanski, but we won't even go there. it's classic California, like OG plantings, which reminds me of, Clint Eastwood, the Old West. So
I love it. Well, I
yeah.
got one that's going to
I think
confuse
that's perfect.
the hell out
Yeah,
of you
that's great.
guys. You guys are going to be like, "What, Sean? Are you serious?" Doja Cat.
Oh, Jesus.
Where is Doja Cat going to fit into
Oh.
our spectrum of wine? Sexy,
Oh, goodness.
in your
Okay.
face, super in your face, sexy. You know, uh,
It is.
she's got style, beautiful, but she doesn't let you forget it. So, where you fit in Doja?
Oh, man.
Hmm.
Lynn, do you want to tackle this one
In your
first,
face,
or
with style. Um, yeah, you go ahead and take this one, David. Give me a
Jesus?
minute.
I've got 2 different ways to go. I would either call her like Sweet Moscato, or
Okay.
Doja Cat, like shit, like she's just like pounding something sweet and like over the top, and even though she's like a little kind of grimy, I would also go to like Australian sparkling Shiraz, and hear me
Okay.
out, like that carbonic maceration kind of energy to it, like just funky, unfiltered, little bit strange, not what people were expecting, but they still like really secretively like really kind of like it, type of thing.
Sure.
I think that could, like that sweet but sharp kind of like dichotomy, and that's like, once again, I'm taking this way off the rails with that call, but you got to get weird with it sometimes, right? And tie it all together.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, I think I read that her father is maybe from South Africa. So, like maybe
Mm.
even a South African sparkling could work for her too. So what is that?
Are you talking
The,
about like a sparkling tire
Cap
fire?
Classic. That's what I was trying What's that?
The classic, like, are you talking about our wonderful South African grape varietal that smells like a tire fire? No.
Oh, like Pinotage? Cinsault? What are we talking about?
Pinotage. Yeah. Yeah. Sparkling Pinotage. That's where I thought
Oh,
you were going. I was trying to lead you a little bit.
oh, no. Yeah, sparkling Pinotage could work for sure, or Cap Classique, but yeah, I think, yeah, let's go Pinotage. I think, yes, Doja Cat's Pinotage. I
Yeah.
think she's a
That's
great
awesome.
Pinotage.
This one is our next one up is something that um most people love, but some people don't, and yet you cannot deny her. She is in your face. She is about as big as they come, and she is an icon in and of herself. We are talking about Beyoncé.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Perfect.
We gotta be very polite here. Otherwise,
Um,
Jay-Z is gonna come and like kill everybody. But
Fight us all.
oh no. So I think Beyonce is a really nice like sparkling vintage rosé
Ooh,
from just like a top-notch producer. It's like Cru, Grunar, Dom Perignon even. Yeah, I mean she's just that's how I see her, as just
she's Beyoncé.
a great vintage sparkling rosé, and also she is loved as much as sparkling rosé is by the LGBT community. I think that's just a great spot for her.
I like that. I like that.
What do you guys think?
All right.
I
Where
think
do I
I
go with
that's what I was
this?
thinking that it has to be sparkling. I mean, that was something that I was
Yeah,
thinking for Beyoncé, because she pops every time she's on the show. She sings, she pops,
she
and so
pops.
yeah,
Well,
I love
I
it.
don't know, man. I might take this a different direction, and you got to hear me out a little bit.
Okay.
What if, she has been seen drinking Chateau Petrus left and right, you know? Okay.
Oh,
So what if she's like let's pick a really dope vintage, like 1945 Chateau Petrus, or maybe we call her like Cheval Blanc, but it's like that blue chip kind of prestige, like the best of the best, something that's absolutely iconic that like really fits. I love the whole sparkling thing. I totally agree with it, but I got to throw something else out there. It's like
Yeah, for sure.
it's like that perfectionist kind of blend, something that has aged over time. Like, come on, when did we start listening to Beyonce? When we were all in like 8th grade or something, So like over time, like she hasn't aged. Like it reminds me of like some of these famous chateaus. And so to find like a perfectionist vintage, something like that, not to call her old, but like the 1945 like Chateau
Timeless.
produced, timeless, classic, incredible, And so Lynn, you had pulled some Bordeaux out. I had to like reel in some of that Bordeaux to play with it. I liked that, but I think that because she has been seen drinking Petrus pretty regularly, I had to run with it because I'm a burrito, so just to tie it all back in, you know,
No, for sure. No, I think Chateau Patrice is excellent. That's an excellent choice.
random,
That's
but I
awesome.
think it can work.
We got a couple more here, and one of my favorites is because I absolutely love his character. And the most recent movie of this character was a goddamn masterpiece, especially when he pulled the skeleton of Hugh Jackman out of the ground and used it to beat the crap out of a bunch of time soldiers. But we are talking about the one and only Deadpool, aka Ryan Reynolds. What wine would Ryan Reynolds be? I'd love to hear your perspective.
Oh man,
So Ryan Reynolds is Canadian.
Yeah.
I know that. And also along with Deadpool, he's been in some really great comedies and romantic comedies. So he is a comedic actor, but still has a very wide range of
Wide
what he can do with
range.
comedy. So like from, romance to the action films. So I say I think he is like a nice Canadian Riesling.
Oh, kind of play
Because
the Canadian angle there too as
it can
well.
be a little bit. Yeah, so because it can be, like, a little sweeter, like a nice sweet rom-com, but you can also get, like, a nice drier, like, bolder version of it that, would be a little bit more on par with his, action adventure movies, so, yeah.
I love
It's
it.
Canadian Riesling.
I like that. I like that. It's a reach, but I really
David,
like
what are you
that.
thinking?
Jeez, man. So I love Deadpool, and so that's all I can think about. I can't think of his like comedic career, but as I think of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, um, I uh, I think he's box wine Cabernet Sauvignon, and hear me out, hear me out. Didn't expect that one, huh? Like it's just like this. He's like this disruption. Like you'd expect him to be like
Yeah.
$200 to $300 bottle of Cabernet, but instead he's out back like playing slap the bag with his homies, and just
Nice.
chugging like really shitty Cabernet, like but he's Cabernet because he's Deadpool, like but like I had to tie this one together a little bit, and it's so off the cuff and so weird, but I don't know. I got to run with that one. And Ryan, I'm really sorry, but yes, you are like, gallows slap the bag Cabernet Sauvignon, buddy, and I love you for it.
Gower stuff in the bag. Yeah, that's great. No, I love it.
Mm. It's interesting because Ryan Reynolds is interesting because, I mean, we all think Deadpool, we think about the rom-com, um, but there's another angle too, uh, because I think that, one of the things that people don't know about him is he is a savvy businessman. Like he was, he invested in Mint Mobile. Um, And he invested in aviation gin, which then he was able to sell and make a huge, huge profit. So I'm thinking something that is not just a drink, but it's also got this luxury experience. And it's like, there's a lot of money that goes into it. So I was thinking either, like, for me, this is the only one that I had an opinion on, but I was thinking like a high-end champagne or something super expensive Napa Cab, just because, the raw material that you put in there might not be that expensive, but then what pops out the other side is hugely overpriced.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. No, I love that.
That's
Yeah. No, and his gin's
Yeah.
pretty good too.
That's originally where I was gonna go. I'm like $200 to $300 bottle of Napa Cab, and I started thinking about it and his style. Like the other thing I was thinking, like, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but there's
No,
this like
I love
weird
laughing.
trend. Yeah, right. And I'm good at like weird, random, wacky shit. What if he was like if you took like instead of a Michelada, if he was like Lambrusco with a couple dashes of Tabasco sauce in it, just a little bubbly, but like really spicy, but kind of sweet, but just really
Oh my
kind of
goodness.
strange. Like I don't know. I've seen people
I would
drink
try
those
that.
things, and it doesn't suck. I had a buddy of mine that's like, "Hey, dude, it's like a Lambrusco Michelada." I'm like, "You're out of your goddamn mind. I'm not putting that in my mouth." And I tasted it. I'm like, that that doesn't suck. That's actually pretty cool.
And you
So
know what? It sounds like it would go great with a burrito.
just saying. I
Well
love you
played,
guys,
everyone.
man. Too much fun. Too much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right,
yes. It
we got a couple more
probably
here.
does go great with a burrito.
This next person is again also all over the screen, and he's got some interesting things because is a very like manly but not very thin, this new type of masculinity for this new generation, very Gen Z, very artistic, but has recently stepped into a whole new arena by becoming part of the Kardashian clan and wearing matchy outfits with his significant other. We are talking about Timothy Chalamet, or Chalamet as it's correctly pronounced, and then Adam Sandler, who's got this bromance going on with Timothy Chalamet as well, which is kind of awesome. Yet he balls. Him and Adam Sandler playing basketball together all the time is absolutely wild angle for Timothy Chalamet. Where would you go? He's also in Dune. Dude is everywhere right now, and he's a great actor as well.
He is. No, I loved him in Chalamet. I actually just saw Willy Wonka. He did a really good job in that too. That
All
was
right.
fun. So
Right.
his he has French origins. I think his father is French. But he is an all-American boy. He was born here, raised here, works here. So I thought a cool champagne house that also produces in the United States was really good fit for him. So I went Mum.
Mm.
So Mum Napa specifically is what I
Mm.
picked for Timothée Chalamet.
I
'Cause
like
he has to
that.
have like some sort of like Frenchiness. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also it's very versatile, something that most people would probably enjoy, approachable.
Yeah, if you spell
I
your
like it.
name
Yeah.
Timothy without an H and two E's on it, like you got to be a little bit like out there and like super
Mum
French,
with 2 M's.
right? I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. God, where would I go with this one? Okay. Let's think. I think that I would make Timothy. I love the French background, Lynn. I think that's like super spot on. I would call him like a more youthful vintage of like a high altitude Pinot from Burgundy, maybe like Volnay, like
Ooh,
thin
okay.
skinned, a little sensitive, but has that like French American, like kind of dual identity, but I think that well, and I joke with people, as Sean's heard, I sell Napa Cab to afford my Burgundy habit. So I don't get me wrong. I love some Volnay, but you're not like DRC yet, but you're getting there, and I think that kind of like that kind of approachability, that kind of like soft, playful elegance, in a lot of the things that he's done, like maybe could work. But like I said, I'm terrible with actors. So Sean, I don't know why you even had me on here, but I'm kidding, man.
I think
But
you're doing great.
I'm just running with it, doing my best. But I think that could be something fun that's a call that I haven't thrown out there yet.
I love it.
No, I love
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one we're going into, because we have left one entire region of the world without any love right now. And this is the one person on this list that I would not leave my wife alone in a room with, because he's so. Side story. A couple years ago, I was doing acting. Long time ago, I was doing acting in Hollywood, and my agent called me up. She said, "Sean, there's this role out. I might be able to get you an audition." And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And she's like, "It's for Marvel." I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know if I can even think about auditioning for that." And she's like, "I, what do you know about Thor?" And I just was like, "They do not want me. I am not what they are looking for. I am not this god of a man who just ripples muscles and just when the shirt is torn off, everyone in the room just fawns." Again, not a person I'd leave my wife alone in a room with. Christopher Hemsworth.
So I thought that Christopher Hemsworth was pretty easy, I think. And also, side note, Sean, I think you would have been a great Thor. I would have loved to
I
see that.
appreciate that.
I like it, man.
But yeah, no, I mean the hot Australian man with Shiraz definitely has like a little bit of that meaty quality to it. It's like, so I thought Chris Hemsworth was super easy, just Australian Shiraz,
100%.
big, bold, beefy,
Damn
hot.
Damn it, Lynn. That's exactly where I was going to go
Do you
too.
agree?
Yeah,
I think this is the one that everyone's gonna agree on.
Yeah, what else could it be?
Well, like Barossa Valley Shiraz, like double barrel Shiraz, like massive high alcohol, unapologetically bold. Like that's like Thor energy right there. Yeah, you nailed that one, Lynn. That I can't even come up with something else because that was like exactly where my mind went, and I can't get over it. I think that's got to be the way. Just like just over the top, like crazy. That's awesome. Good call.
I love it.
Yep,
I love
unanimous.
All right, we got three more, and these are, you guys are gonna hate me for these.
Oh, Jesus.
So the next one up, she is all American, and she's about as all American as you can get. She is everywhere. People either love her or hate her, and there's no middle ground. And she has a huge fan following, and the fan following even has their own name of Swifties. And she has, been all over the news, and she made her way deeply into the NFL community this year, whether they liked it or not. Taylor Swift. And what would you go with Taylor Swift?
California Chardonnay, for sure. It's just very like just a super over popular representation of the grape. Also,
I love it.
I fully believe that there are a lot of people that they're out in the world just talking about how much they hate California Chardonnay, but I think in the privacy of their own homes, they're drinking it. They love it.
Yep.
They just don't talk about it. So yeah,
Yep.
I think that's where I put her.
That tracks. I like it. Oh man. Well, not a Swiftie, but I do love Taylor Swift, and I do know that she loves Sauvignon Blanc. So, coming back to that, you are what you eat, or maybe you are what you drink. Maybe she is like Grand Cru Sincere. Maybe it's been aged through 10 different eras. I'm just being cheeky. But I love sorry.
Hey.
Took a minute. Oh my God.
Oh, the
Sorry.
Eras tour. God damn, how did I miss that?
They're on
It's
TV.
early in the day for me. Don't do these word plays.
It's too
I
early
missed
for
that.
you,
I'm sitting
Sean.
there
It's
like,
too early, man.
Took you a second, and I was like, I still didn't get it. What did I miss right now? Oh, sorry about
if she
that,
wasn't,
guys.
if she
I'm back
wasn't
now.
Sancerre, maybe like she'd be like Moscato d'Asti or something, like, because she just feels so like young and playful, and always has. But I had to go with Sancerre just because of what I know she likes to drink, and I just think it kind of fits, and it made the Eras joke work. So,
It
It
did.
did.
All right. I love it.
Yeah.
For this next one, this next
Yes.
wine, I'm going to ask you who you think this person is. I'm
Oh,
losing the
geez.
accent. All right, this person's one of my favorite actors. And he's been quite controversial at times for some of the things that he said during his career. Yeah, if the accent hasn't given it away, it's probably because I can't do this accent so well, but was one of the greatest James Bond that ever was. A long career. Did you know, it's Sean Connery, obviously. When he had a co-star on set, and the co-star was dating, was it Mickey Cohen, the famous mob boss, came out, and one of his co-stars, and Mickey Cohen was threatening the actress on set, and Sean Connery went up and punched Mickey Cohen in the face and said, "Get off set." And he pulled a gun on him. He's like, "What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that?" You know, true story. What wine would Sean Connery be? Timeless, symbolic,
Oh my
what's gonna gonna be?
god, that's so initially, I was thinking that Sean Connery was, another, like, left bank Bordeaux, but I put him in
Yep.
the Saint Julien, so because I like very, very rustic and,
Old world elegance.
expression
Yep.
of that area. Yeah, it's the old world elegance, sure. Um so yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with that. I don't know if it's very controversial, but I think it could also handle having a pistol pointed at it.
Right. Right? Probably has have a pistol pointed at it. I mean, we're
Right?
talking here.
Why not?
Oh
Right,
man, Lynn,
David?
I think you're spot on. I think you're in like the correct vein. I would go like 1960s vintage because, for obvious reasons. Mouton Rothschild. Because
Mm.
Ooh.
that you got, it's like classic Pauillac Bordeaux, like just angular and gravelly and just old, and it smells like kissing your grandma, and like it's just like that to me is like Sean Connery, like all day long. um it's like because
Goodness.
you've got like the Bond pedigree to it. You've got like, Rothschilds are into everything. Someone's gonna kill me for that. But but classic, like,
Literally.
right, Sean. But I think that classic like crunchy Bordeaux style, but something that does have a lot of age, that like smells like a cigar box, that's just like over the top, a little leathery. You know, I think that's the gun that I'm gonna stick to, pun intended. Right there.
That's perfect.
You guys got me on a really cheeky Friday here, so enjoy
Yeah,
it.
that's
Apparently.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Our final character here is enigmatic, is hard to place. This person has been all over, so many different characters, so many different directions. From Bill and Ted's all the way to John Wick. We've got the one and only Keanu Reeves. How are we finishing with this enigmatic
Awesome.
character? And hang on.
So what have I
Has
learned
probably,
about
let me one last thing for Keanu. The worst
sorry.
Napa Valley movie of all times. Like the worst, but best. Victoria, I love you. Walk in the Clouds, filmed in and around Napa. And sitting there with the wings in like the iconic scene where they've got the wings and they're trying to spread it, and then he's going and doing all this thing, which interestingly enough, that fire scene in Walk with the Clouds was filmed in Napa, and they actually did burn some vines in and around that area because it was right in the middle of the phylloxera problem that hammered Napa a couple years ago. So Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves,
Oh,
where would
wow.
you go?
So what I learned about Keanu Reeves is his name is actually a Hawaiian
Yep.
word that translates to cool breeze over the
Ooh.
mountains. So instead
Ooh.
of a wine, per se, I picked the symphony grape varietal
Oh, wow.
that
Mm.
grows in Hawaii. It is a cross of Muscat of Alexandria and Grenache Gris. So it's more of a floral wine. It's fruit driven, a little sweet, and considering that Keanu Reeves has a reputation for just being an all around kind, genuine person, I thought the symphony grape fit him very nice.
I love it. David, where you going?
I think that is like really intellectual, Lynn. That's awesome. I was trying to play like off the Hawaiian vibe, and I was gonna go to like, like pineapple wine, but nobody likes pineapple wine. So I can't, I love Keanu. Like I'm one of those guys where like The Matrix like changed my world, I thought it was so cool. So for me, I have to give him something that I think is a little more like deeply respectful, but that kind of fits his personality. I'd go like some like deep library vintage of Brunello de Montalcino, maybe something like 20 plus years old. And hear me out because like, it's kind of an immortal wine that reminds me a lot of like Keanu and a lot of these very like Matrix immortal kind of roles that he plays. But it's like, Brunello being like sophisticated Sangiovese is very gentle, but when it's youthful, it's a little more tough. So it's like you mix that like John Wick kind of tough personality, but at the same time, like John Wick was like a super nice, caring dude, And so yeah, I'd have to stay in that like maybe 20-year-old Brunello vein. As much as I want to call him like fermented pineapple juice, I just can't do that in good faith. Um,
I, I think that
I
there
love
was a
that. That's
couple
great.
angles that I like for Keanu, and one of them was like, first of all, the Hawaii thing, I was thinking volcanic soil as well. And so, but yet also who he is like, dude, Keanu seems to me as like he rides the motorcycles. Like Keanu is like the ultimate hipster incarnate. Like, even though he's older, he's still got that whole hipster vibes. I was thinking like an Oregon Pinot Noir. Like
ooh,
he to me seems like, because he goes over smooth, but yet he's like kind of got something. And some of those Oregon Pinots are grown on some volcanic soil up there as well. So that was the angle I was going. But I
yeah,
was also thinking like Annette Rosso was something also that I was thinking just to be because got that volcanic nature to it. But I don't know. I'm not the expert. You guys are. However, I've
No,
got the
I
hardest
love
one
the
to
Oregon.
get.
antiversatile.
I
I
like
love
Oregon.
that.
Like Shell and Valley, like Pomard though. We're not talking Dijon clones.
Mm.
We're talking Pomard. Like he's not like he's like more of the linebacker. He's not like the sexy quarterback. He's like big muscular
Mm.
Pomard. He's not like flirty little Dijon. And grown in that volcanic shell, that would be, dude. That's a sick call. I like that one.
What about you, Lynn? You like the Etna Rosso?
I do, yeah, it's like, especially, like, talking about the volcanic soils, and I love Sicilian wines in general, and I also love Keanu Reeves, so yeah. Yeah, I would go at Noroso too for my second choice, I love that.
That's a great call.
Last one for both of you, and then we'll finish up. We went a little over. Hope you guys don't mind. But it's been fun. This is the hardest one of all, and you guys are gonna both hate me for this, but it's gonna give you the most introspection yet today. Uh, if you were a wine, what wine would you be?
Oh, no.
Oh
Lynn
man.
and David, if you were a
Oh.
wine.
Huh. Lynn, do you want to tackle it first, or should I just start babbling random bullshit
I
here?
can try, sure. So, just trying to think about, like, who am I as a wine? I'm something that is more of an acquired taste, for sure.
Mm.
I am something that you learn to love it. So,
Mm.
what is a cool wine? I'm also just calling myself cool. A cool wine that you'll learn to love. Let's go with, like a Cru Beaujolais.
Oh,
Something that, like, when you first open it up, it might be a little funky, but then, like, when you swirl it and you get to know it, then you're like, "Oh, this is actually really good."
Yeah, I love that.
take
It's
you
like a
for a
ni
little
like
spin.
a nice, like, yeah, there you go.
I like it.
Maybe like a Morgon or something. Yeah, there you go.
I like it. I like it. God, man, Sean,
David.
you got me with that one. That's one that you can't prep for. All right. So, heritage wise, I'm Spanish Basque. So I would call myself like one of my probably favorite wines right now. Like Gurachaca Chocolina Rosé, you know, fun,
Ooh.
flirty, playful, like a little simple sometimes, like I can't, like I'm not the most complex individual, but you kind of have to seek me out a little bit. And then, but once we play a little bit, you're like, holy shit, like I kind of really like this. I think I might just crush the whole bottle. Um, otherwise, I'm like very cliche, bald bearded Napa guy. I'd be like mountain fruit, Howell Mountain Napa Cab. Like I'd be like done Cabernet Sauvignon. So like two polar opposites. Maybe that like is my mental split. But I would love to be grower producer champagne. I'm just not that classy. So
I don't
uh
know. Those are all great. I'm trying to figure out what I would be, and I have literally no idea. But one of the ones that I think would be a fun one was because I kind of like to break the rules. I'm all over the place, and I'm kind of doing my own thing, and I don't really listen. Like, kind of build my own lane. I was thinking like a super Tuscan for myself, kind of a rule
yes.
breaker,
Oh,
and
cool. Oh, I love
doing my
that.
doing my own thing. And yeah, but why not, you know?
Dude, a powerhouse that broke all the rules and then everybody had to have it. No one
Yeah.
gave a shit about a Super Tuscan until like Super Tuscans were really cool, man. Not to throw sly compliments out there, but I think that's really fitting, man.
I appreciate it. Please do throw the sly compliments out there.
Yes.
Please do. Well, was there any celebrity that you really would have loved to have added to the list? Is there anyone that you thought that, like, hey, I would have loved to have thrown this person into the mix? If not, that's totally okay. But I just was curious. Len, anybody that you were like
Yeah, I don't think
that you
so.
really wanted to? No? Yeah, that was cool. Well,
No, nothing comes to mind. I was just just
what I
digesting the list as it was.
I would love to tell everyone watching in the comments, throw in there if there was anyone that you thought, hey, I would have loved this one. And if you disagree with us, put it in the comments and definitely reach out. David, Lynn, thank you so much. And for everyone watching, thank you for your time and for watching this bit of chaos that we introduced to the world.
Hey,
It
I've
was
got
definitely
got a
fun.
quick one for you, Sean. After we
Oh,
watched the
do tell.
Olympics, we had our little gold medal skater coming from Oakland who
Okay.
did the Mac Dre like fizzle bite on the gold medal.
Yeah.
And I don't have an answer to this, but maybe someone out there does. What would Mac Dre be as a wine?
Ooh,
Very random.
I have
Very
no
random.
idea.
Lynn's looking at me like, who are you talking about? But I just thought that would be some fun fodder just to see, because, bringing it back to the San Francisco Bay Area, just a fun
Right.
one. And I have no idea what Mac Dre would be, but I just
I
think that would
have
be
no
that
idea who Mac Dre is. I'm so sorry. I'm like in the
Food
background
for
going,
thought.
who is Mac Dre?
Google on the
That's
side screen,
awesome.
who is Mac Dre?
Yeah,
But I just
100%.
thought because it was
100%.
relative with everything in the news right now. you know, brings it
love it.
back to some Barry
I
love.
love it.
But Sean, I love you, man. You're awesome, dude.